Welcome to the Art of Likeability, where you learn the secrets to becoming more likable in all areas of your life. Increasing your likability improves your relationships, and improved relationships increases your success in all areas of your life. Let's jump in with your host, Arel Moody.
What's going on, family? Arel Moody here, your host of the Art of Likeability, where we teach you simple yet extremely effective strategies for building your likability so you can build better relationships. Better relationships lead to more success. More success and happiness is what it's all about, baby. So today I want to give you a way to increase your likability through a very, very simple thing, whatever we'll call it, mannerism action, not mannerism action. I don't know. We'll call it something, but it's giving a compliment. We've all know that complimenting people is a great way of making them feel good about themselves. I mean, who doesn't like to be told something positive about themselves? However, it's important to know how to give a good compliment. Now, a lot of people can tell if it's a fake compliment. You're like, oh, you look really pretty. And if it just ends there, it kind of seems shallow. Or if you give a compliment that seems kind of just aloof or you feel forced, it doesn't work well. So there's actually a really good way to compliment someone. I've actually found there's not many people who don't like to receive a compliment. I mean, you probably like to receive a compliment. And if you don't, you might be lying to yourself. But doing it in the right way, how do you do it? So here is a simple yet effective way to give someone a compliment that truly shows that you care. And remember, I can't stress this enough. Please, if you don't care about people, don't do this stuff. This stuff is supposed to help you. If you care about people, show them that you care about them. So I want you to make sure that you're using these to truly, genuinely make other people's days brighter and build relationships and build deeper, whether it's business or professional ones. All right, so let's go into it now that disclaimer has been given. When you compliment someone, say you like something about a clothing choice, like, wow, I really like your shoes, or I really like the way that blouse brings out the color of your eyes, or something like that. The way that you truly make someone feel like you genuinely care and it's a great compliment is by asking some sort of follow-up question regarding what you just complimented them on. So an example of that might be, wow, I really love that scarf. Is there a story behind it? It looks really unique. Where did you get it? And then I'd be like, oh, well, I actually got this scarf, at, so-and-so at the flea market. And I'd be like, wow, what attracted you to it? I mean, it's a really, really nice scarf. And then they might tell you about, whatever the backstory is, and you listen and you actively engage in that. So if someone does something and you appreciate it, say, oh man, you know what? In that business meeting last week, the way you stood up and gave that presentation, you absolutely crushed it, dude. Why do you think it was so good? I mean, what did you do differently to prepare for it? By giving a compliment, it makes someone feel special. By showing that you actually care, by asking a follow-up question, engaging more into what you're complimenting, it shows that you genuinely care. You're really, truly interested in knowing more about whatever it is you thank them. Say something like, hey, I noticed how your shoes match your belt matches your shirt. That's looking real smooth. I got to ask you a question. Do you plan that out? Does it just happen that way? Could you give me any tips on how I can be matching? Now, they might just laugh and go, oh, well, it's no big deal. But the fact that you asked that follow-up question really, truly makes them feel special and that you care. So you should compliment people, and you should compliment often. I don't think there is a rule that will say not to compliment people. I think every interaction saying something positive that you mean about someone. Again, care. Truly care about saying the compliment. Choose something that they've done. Choose something that maybe they're wearing. Choose something they've accomplished, and then think about, what is something about this that I'm actually interested in? What would I like to learn more about? One of the things that we talk about in previous podcasts is that you have to have your detective hat on, that you always have to be curious to uncover or find something cool about someone. So you should feel that whenever you meet someone, do some detective work. Be really interested. Like, wow, how do they do what they do? What makes them who they are? And all that kind of cool stuff. So whenever you compliment someone, find and look at something also. If someone has something that it looks like they put special attention to or special care, like if they have a pin of some sort or a brooch or a piece of clothing that's unique, odds are they did that because it's something special to them. So go ahead and inquire about, hey, that's a really, really nice pin that you got there. What's the background of it? I'm curious. Say whatever it is, but look for something that it seems that they care about or something that they could be proud of. If your coworkers do something really fantastic, feel free to compliment them on that. And don't compliment someone in a way that makes them feel like they don't normally do something well. Be like, hey man, you really did a great job with that presentation. That's real. I mean, you don't usually do that. How'd you do that this time? Like that kind of hurts. It's a backhanded compliment. You just said something nice, but you hurt them. So whenever you do something to inquire more about whatever you're about to compliment, make sure it comes from a true place of caring and being interested in learning more. And it's not going to be offensive by making it seem like a person normally doesn't do this. Like you say, wow, you look really nice today. That's shocking. What did you do different? That's offensive, okay? But saying, wow, I really love the way that outfit is put together. I think you are definitely stylish. Now, obviously, you want to be very sensitive to complimenting people of the opposite sex because of different sexual harassment laws. And, you know, I say, listen, you're an adult. You can make your own decisions. I surely hope so. So know if you're going too far. You know, saying something like, whoa, your legs is looking real right today, girl. That's inappropriate, okay? You should be a rational human being and know that's inappropriate. So if it's uncomfortable, if you're unsure, chances are you should do something different. It's a good rule of thumb. If you ever feel like something isn't safe in a compliment, don't do it. Compliment something else, action and activity. Know the respect level. Different generations look at different compliments differently, where someone who's much older may not appreciate a compliment that maybe would be more appropriate for someone that's younger. I'll let you fill in the blank of whatever you think that might be. If you have questions about that, let me know. I'd be curious to see what you think about compliments and generations and, you know, respecting and all that kind of good stuff. Love to know your feedback. So again, the key to today's podcast is when you compliment someone, make sure you're giving them a genuine compliment. And do a second step to the compliment. Inquire a little bit more about that specific compliment you gave, whether it was a clothing item, whether it was an achievement, whether it was a strategy they accomplished. Doing so will show that you genuinely care. And again, it goes back to one of our core principles, which is to become interesting to people, you have to become interested in people. And complimenting people and then following up with a question is a great way to make them feel good and show that you're interested. And if you do these things, you will increase your likability. And if you increase your likability, you increase the relationships you have. If you increase the relationships you have, you will become successful and happy. And if you don't want to be successful and happy, why are you listening to this blog? Because that's what we all about. And I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know your feedback. Let me know how the compliments have gone. If you want to compliment me on anything that I've done, I'll take those. I'm not opposed to it. Or if you use this and it's worked well, I'd like to hear about it. Or if you go ahead and use it and it backfires, I want to hear that story so we can go over those details. You can hit me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. I'm on all of them. Same username, Arel Moody, AREL, M as in Mary, OO, D as in David, IE. Feel free to follow me. I appreciate it. If you got questions, go ahead and email them over to info@artoflikability.com and we'll see if we can hear them on our shows. Hope all is well. Sending you a big O high five. You are awesome.
Thanks for listening to The Art of Likeability. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast for more awesome info on how you can improve your likability and improve your life. Until next time, remember, you are